Welcome to the Knitty Cats Podcast, episode 22. My name is Julie, and I am a knitter, dyer, crocheter, spinner, seamstress, and most of all, cat rescuer. If you are a returning viewer, it's so nice to see you again. And if you're new, welcome to our pod. Today is a super special episode, a huge surprise, a much anticipated surprise. But first, let me go through a couple things that I wanted to remember to tell you. Towards the end, I'm going to remind you about some plant dyeing that you need to be on the look for. And we're going to talk about color selection and a tool that will help you. And I'll give you a little update on the kittens and a few pictures. I also wanted to thank you for all the comments about the She Rescue, which is the home in Phnom Penh, Cambodia, that my church sponsors and developed, which helps rehabilitate children as young as 3 years old that have been in the sex trafficking industry. So they rescue them and completely rehabilitate them, teach them vocation, teach them how to take care of themselves, and have a life. So thank you very much. I'm going to put a link actually to that in the notes, because if you want to go see what it's all about, that's great. Also, I want to remind you, any patterns that we talk about, I will have in a bundle. So you'll go in the notes and in the show notes in the podcast, and then click on the Ravelry bundle. It will take you to my Ravelry page, and all of the patterns are there. So that's a pretty handy tool, and that way you don't have to keep clicking. It's amazing. Okay, so are you ready for the big surprise? Ta-da! You guys have been asking to have my sister on since the very beginning. So it took me 22 episodes to get my sister on here, and here she is. So this is my sister Deb.
Hi.
And I thought it was, I don't know, I'm a salesperson, you know that, so I kept fishing.
And I'm not.
I kept fishing and fishing, doing the trial close, the assumptive close, and just assuming that she'd be on each podcast, and she never was. But I threw the net out this time and caught her. So here she is, and the reason that she's on is because she took a really cool vacation with a lot of knitting stops. And I thought, you know what, you should come on and talk about them. Plus, almost all of my acquisitions are from her knitting stops.
Because if I buy one, I have to buy two.
So I thought it was a really good opportunity, and I wanted her to come on. Some of you have seen her before and know the story, but many of you have not. So I wanted her to talk about how long she's been knitting, crocheting, and what you like to knit, and who taught you. Also, she's a cat rescuer. So we with these last set of kittens realized that between the two of us, we have, in our adult lives, we didn't even count our childhood rescues because we were doing it then too, 17 cats. So yay.
It doesn't mean that you want to be afraid to come visit.
You just can't be allergic to cats. Even though both my son and my husband are allergic to cats. But we clean. We clean a lot, and we have an air filter. And we've gotten rid of our carpet. That was part of our remodel. So it's much easier to keep it very, very clean. So they're okay. Okay, so Deb, why don't you talk about how long you've been knitting? And it started with crocheting, I guess. So go ahead.
I started crocheting probably when I was about, I want to say 10 or 11. I went to visit my auntie, who was heavily into crafting at the time, and still is actually. And she probably was tired of me saying, I have nothing to do. So she taught me how to crochet. And so I made little curly long strands of crochet for a very long time, learning how to do the stitches. Then my first project was probably a little vest. It was blue wool, inexpensive wool that was variegated in color, and I made one big granny square in the front and one in the back, and I improvised little shoulder straps, and I was so proud of it that I had finished it. And then I went to school, and I came back, and my mom was so proud because she had washed it for me, except that it had shrunk, and it was about that big.
So how old would you say you were?
I was in, probably at that point, middle school, I think. So here, that would be, what, I don't even know.
I don't know, 12?
7th grade, 6th, 7th grade.
12,
Yeah.
12-ish.
So then I, did that for a while and made some blankets and that type of thing. And then your teenage years happen and you're just way too cool for any of that. And in the year 2000, something spurred my interest again, and I thought, I'm going to teach myself how to knit. And we are just stubborn enough and strong-headed enough, as my dad would say, Norwegian, to soldier through something. And my mom had given me this book, which I still have,
Put it
and
up
it's
a little.
such a treasure for
Let's
me.
see. It's an old
Circa 1979.
Reader's Digest book.
And I had flagged the knitting because it was before YouTube or anything like that. I lived in a very small town, had nobody to actually ask. There was not a knit store. And so I taught myself how to knit, and that's kind of how Julie and I became combination knitters, is because I taught myself how to knit. And so we knit one way and purl the other way, but we hold the yarn in our left hands. So that's how I came about that in the year 2000. So it's been a long journey, and it has seen us through a lot of ups and downs in life. And my sister then, she's probably told you that
I haven't, I don't think.
that she wanted to learn how to knit. Well, first she learned how to crochet, and it was like this.
I was so frustrated.
She's like, is it supposed to go like this?
Do I have to count? I don't want to count because I'm so impatient.
And then
So
she was like, will you teach me how to knit? I said, no, I will not. No, I will not. And I will not. No, I will not. No, no, no. Well, then she's like, oh, I'm going to teach myself then. Again, back to the stubbornness. And by then YouTube had come around, and she was able to figure out most things. And then she made me, she would
didn't
have
live here.
questions.
She didn't live here.
So
at the
she
time.
would say, FaceTime me. And she's like, hold your phone like this
and do
knit.
the pattern.
And so
I'd send her a picture of the part I was stuck on, and I'd send her the text. I'm like, just get some yarn and do it. And she's like, oh my gosh. And I was like, just put your phone and show me, so that and then I would record it so that I'd have a video of how I was supposed to do it. But pretty soon she stopped taking, when it was a FaceTime call, she didn't answer anymore.
Oh, so that's my knitting journey.
Yep. I'm going to adjust that camera just a teensy bit.
So we have our Auntie Liz to thank for both of us being fiber enthusiasts and our fiber addiction.
But all of our aunts on my mom's side, we only have aunts on our mom's side. Well, and they're all crafty. So I think I've mentioned that before, that it's just runs in their gene. They have the design, creative, they all do something and have a great eye for color and style and putting things together. So
We like to think it goes back to our Navajo roots, because our mom had Navajo DNA. And so we like to think it's from the weaving and that they always made, and
Just creative.
Our mom was amazing.
She could do anything.
Amazing. She would look at colors and she would say, nope, nope, yes, yes, yes. And if you went different, you'd be like, Mom, well, she was right.
why didn't I do that?
So
Yeah. So we have a good gene for sure. Okay, what are your favorite things to knit?
Socks, probably.
Socks.
I always have socks going. I find that they're portable. My feet are always cold. My sister always laughs at my purple feet. But they're always cold. And so I in the wintertime or even the fall, I always come home from work and put a pair of wool socks on that I've made. And so I get a lot of function out of them. I made them for Julie in the beginning before she started knitting.
And little did I know how much time they took.
And I have a couple
goodness.
friends who really like my knitted socks and are very definitely knit worthy. And so it's always fun to knit for someone who is appreciative of the time and effort it goes into doing that. Do you want to talk about those?
Well, these are one of my finished projects, and this was the, I don't have the name of the socks. Quintana, or is that what they are? I can't remember. It's part of our sock club on Knitty McPurley Sock Club, and I was almost done last time, and I finished them, and this was just a great pattern, and she has great sock yarn. So this was kind of fun, and you guys have been on my journey with the heels, and I'm so much more comfortable with them. I do like the heel flap better than the afterthought heel as far as fit, but I do like the afterthought heel as far as fast. So I'm getting better. I haven't knit a pair of socks since I finished these, mostly because we don't have that much knitting time, and I feel like since I've been doing the sock club, I haven't knit any garments, or as much as I like to knit garments, which are my thing. So it's just on pause. I'm gonna still do them, and I'm still part of the sock club, but I just needed to knit a couple things to wear because it's summer and I can't wear these socks. So
I made my pair of the sock club for my best friend in where I used to live. She was going through some neuropathy issues in her feet from chemotherapy, and she loves the wool on her feet. It helps to keep her feet warm, and so she is definitely knit worthy and is appreciative of the effort, and so I sent mine to her. But Julie did give me her leftover bits so that I can make a pair for me because I love this color. This was my favorite.
yeah, and I make short socks because I have that calf issue. Remember I talked to you guys about the calf issue?
Jeez.
I don't know what the heck is wrong with my left calf. Now, I have broken my left calf. Not broken. I broke my left leg skiing there, and then I had a really bad sprain, and well, I've had vein surgery on that leg, so who knows, but I don't feel like I have it really thick calves, but for whatever reason I can't wear socks up there because I can't get them to fit right. So
These are my current socks. They're the Fairground socks by Kay Jones, and they're just a nice for some color work yarn, and they have some eyelets in them. This particular yarn,
this is a self-striping yarn.
Yeah, and has some nubs in it, which is really nice. I won't say why my sister ruined the yarn for me.
Because I saw the price. I won't tell you how much it was.
And
I'm like, wow.
But it's really nice, cushy, soft yarn, and I'm going to really enjoy them. These are my colors.
They're going to be your favorite socks at that price.
They are. I'm going to wear them every day now.
But anyway, the yarn is Two Sisters yarn in colorway Yellowstone, and it's a self-striping from Billings, Montana. It's so pretty. This is what I don't know. When you look at socks, like you never know they're going to be, like I would have never guessed they were going to be self-striping unless you read the directions, the instructions on the packet.
It's a really nice pattern because it's easy repeat, easily memorized, and not a big deal. Can I talk about this really quick? I love this. This is from an Etsy retailer. I'll have Julie put the name of the lady in the bottom. Whenever I see her at a fair, I buy these because these are little tiny knit markers.
All the way up.
And they're so, you can even see them.
Yeah.
They're so perfect for socks because they don't get in your way while you're knitting them. And I have one in every bundle of socks that I have. So I'll have Julie list that.
And then I thought I could make them, of course. So then I set out to make them. Oh my gosh. Okay. So the next, So we should talk about what we're wearing. You're not wearing a knit.
No, but I have my
because
completed
it's
project.
It's
Yeah,
hot
so
here
hot today.
Yeah, we could have knit at a more.
All week it's been really nice and cool, and
today
hot, 80 degrees.
80, which is hot for. We don't like heat. We're not heat person.
We're Norwegian.
Norwegian and Hispanic. How do you like that? And so she'll talk about what she's wearing, which is the super simple summer sweater.
I'm not sure you're getting a glare.
Oh wait, I'll put it up anyway. That's Chester the dog, who's a new dog behind us. And he's funny because I wish I could show you a picture of him. He's this big, sorry.
That's okay, I was just trying to show the
He's this big,
colors.
I don't know what kind of a dog, a big poodle or something. But can't have, in our neighborhood, we can't have privacy fences, so we have these split rail fences. And he gets up over the fence, and he's dark, and I swear it looks like a human or something, because I look back and I'm like, oh my gosh. But sometimes he doesn't make a noise. He's just standing there looking at you, and he's a little bit scary, but he's a very nice dog. Anyway, so show your sweater.
I did.
Why I was talking about the dog. This is so pretty, and this is the Super Simple
Summer
by Joji Locatelli, and it was yarn that you got
in Rhinebeck.
Yeah. I'll hold it up.
We went to Rhinebeck in many years ago.
2021.
And I had picked out the yarn then, and I just now got around to knitting it. There was a sample that was knit. It's Miss Babs Avon, and I held it double. It is the nicest. You would think it was sock yarn, and it's high twist, but it's got, what did we say it was? Merino and silk.
Silk. It is so nice. It's so pretty.
Soft.
I love the stripe on it because it's not hard stripe, hard stripe. This is muted, so it's a color, it's kind of marled, is that what you call it?
Yeah.
And then solid, and then, so it's not...
and it's not a complicated knit. It was easy. It was just increases and then split top down. But it'll be a nice everyday throw on, which we love in Colorado because some days you get home and it's just cold, or you just
or it starts off cold and then it's well, we don't have any sock yarn. We should buy some sock yarn to make that. I'm kidding.
Surely
we have so much sock yarn. Okay, and I am wearing, do you remember last time I was just debating on what to make because I wanted to make a vest, and I had this yarn that was a sport weight yarn that was, it's cotton and bamboo. No, cotton and soybean fiber, which was very splitty. Not my favorite. But I will tell you the color, which is kind of funny. I'll show you the color band. You see what I have now in my house? I have kittens. So they haven't been really naughty. Can you even see that?
Yeah.
Yeah, anyway, so it's Lane's Denord Baby Soft Natural Linen line, natural line, cotton and bamboo. But I actually forged on because so many times I wanted to quit because it was very splitty and frustrating.
And this is what you got in Grapevine, Texas,
yeah,
right?
I got it in Grapevine. But so I made the Hello Friend vest in the end, and it's so cute. And I love the drape. On the bottom, I did the Jenny's Super Stretchy Bind Off. It's a little stretchy.
A little super stretchy.
It's a little supery stretchy. So I probably would, if I wanted to work with this yarn again, but I don't. It's staying. I probably would have done something different, but I almost think you could do in the Jenny Super Stretchy Bind Off. You do a yarn over before you knit,
And
so
put it back on the other.
Yeah, and so I think you could do every other one, especially with a 2x2. You could yarn over on the knits, on each knit stitch, and not the purl, and I think it would be perfect. It's not, it doesn't catch at all. Does
it feel like this yarn is like bamboo and it's going to grow?
Maybe.
Or...
I don't know. I haven't washed it yet. But I love it. I do. I love the color.
This was my wedding color.
I know. I remember. Pink taffeta.
Pink, blush, bashful.
It was hot pink taffeta. Okay, what else have you finished? Have you finished anything else?
Well, I haven't finished, but I've been working on this. This is the Petite Knits Amelie tea. Of course, I'm right in season. Again, pink. It's knitting for Olive.
It's really pretty.
It's bright pink here, so it kind of maybe looks a little corally, but it's
really pretty. So it's a peach, a hot pink, and a white stripe. It's really pretty.
Daisies is the hot pink color, and then I think Ballerina pink is the other one, and
it's
then
really pretty.
The white is white. And so it's coming along rather slowly because it's on size 2 needles.
Oh my gosh.
And so it's taking me a bit, but now I'm at least on the body and just kind of doing some television knitting, which is really good right now, by the way. If you are, Why They All Come Out at Once is amazing, but all of the new series in BritBox and Acorn are coming out. So it's a good time to do a little straight knit.
I finished another shocking Thursday shawl. My favorite little shawl. If you guys are not knitting this shawl, it's the cutest thing ever. But I had this ball of cashmere, just one ball, 20 grams. Was it 20? What was it? Because I've lost the remainder of it. I'm really upset with myself. I was looking for it. I got this at My Sister Knits on sale a long time ago when I first started knitting, and I thought, yeah, I didn't think I was worthy of knitting. I'm really glad I saved it, but I'm kind of tired of saving my yarn for until I get better. That's kind of when I would buy nice yarn. I would say I'm going to save it until I get better. Well, I'm good enough to make this. And this, I had enough left over that I think I could make it a little longer. That's why I was trying to find it. I'm going to frog it back to here and just make it like that much longer.
Wider or longer?
Longer. Because this, I thought I would make it so that I could just do a little tie, which is fine. But then when I realized I had some left over, I was sad that I didn't want to waste it because I'll never use it. So if I do make it a little bit longer, I would have enough to...
That's where they tell you to weigh your yarn and
I did.
Knit half of it.
I did. I don't know what happened. I truly don't know what happened. But, I mean, it ties, but I think if I could add just that much more, it would be an easier tie. But I may not find it. I can't find it. Who knows where it is? Goodness sakes. Maybe my kittens have it.
It's been a little bit of an upheaval.
I've also finished my Saturday Shrug, which you guys... Oh, Annette from the Knitty McPurley retreat was sitting across from me wearing this. Mm-hmm. And this is the Bosque mohair from Knitty McPurley and the Bosque worsted. And then the Black Forest cake, mohair and worsted. See how different that took? It's amazing how different the yarn is. And look how pretty these are. I have enough to do something here with two together. It would be really pretty. So here is my shrug, and I'm actually going to put it on for you. Yeah. So it has the Italian bind on. Is that what it's called? I think that's what it's called, which is so pretty. I talked about it before. But it also had to do the Italian bind off. Now I had done it, and it was a little bit tight on my arms and a little bit short. And since I had more yarn, I decided to... it's a sewn bind off, so sew it off really loosely, which you're not supposed to do. You're supposed to kind of make it taut here and there. So when it's off, it kind of looks sloppy, a little floppy, but it fits exactly the way it should once it's on. Because I can, let's see if I can get this.
Very cute.
Yeah, I can actually...
I liked it like that, folded kind of down.
Yeah, it's meant to be a little loose up here.
It's very cute.
But I can actually move my arms. It was so tight before. So that's super cute. So Annette, we're twins. Yours is probably better.
Welcome to the club.
Annette's a much better knitter than I am, but I was so inspired by the colors. I think they're so pretty. And this yellow, you guys, this green yellow is a color that was a no-no on my color DNA, remember the style DNA, but this was a good one, and I'd already bought the yarn, so I was really glad this was my first color, because that's the one that was next to my head. The next thing I finished was my Rita vest. I don't know how many of you guys did a Rita vest. I remember how bad I messed up Libby Johnson's name. I called her Truly Myrtle, or Libby Myrtle or something. I don't know. I had to email her and say, I'm so sorry I messed your name up so bad. She's so nice. So her whole thing with the Rita vest is that you're mixing your leftover yarns. It's a stash busting exercise to make an Aran weight vest and use up your yarn. And she has two versions. She has a cropped version, which took like 196 yards for the smallest one. Wow. And the longer one, well, I did in between. I did not cropped, but not long. I also bound off tighter here so that I could pull the neck up a little bit. What else did I do? I think that's it.
It looks really nice here.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Okay, so the other thing I did is that she wanted you to bind off purlwise. I did, but from the other side, which is kind of weird because I liked the bind off purlwise. how it made this really neat, the knit stitch is really tight and pretty. I thought it was really pretty. And and the reason I didn't do the purl one is because of this area right here. See how
got an interesting
see how pretty this is?
Garter, almost a garter edge.
It's just so
garter bit.
Yeah, it's just cool. Now the one thing that I want to say about her pattern writing, she's an excellent pattern writer. So this was an easy and very quick. I think I spent, I don't know how many hours, but it did not take me very long because it's aran weight or bulky. It's bulky. And I was originally going to use 3 yarns to try and get
So is the idea to use a solid and a variegated, or does it matter?
You know what? On her video, she used mohair. She used all kinds of different things, and everything subtly changed the vest. It was super cool. This was a yarn that I bought at Interweave from Brown Sheep Yarn Company, and it feels terrible. When I was knitting with it, it feels terrible. And I was like, why am I knitting with this?
It doesn't feel terrible. It's rough.
No, it feels terrible.
It's raw.
And I thought, why am I doing this? And even when I was finished, I thought, this doesn't feel good. So anyway, I initially was going to do 3. This one, and this. Because these 2 were sock. This I had in worsted. It was supposed to be DK or worsted. I don't know. Anyway, it was too tight, too thick. So I ended up going with just these 2. And I think it was a better choice, being that this was so crazy. But when I blocked it, when I soaked it, the yarn changed. Mm-hmm. It just got soft.
It would be perfect for like walks in the winter.
Yeah, and it's a single ply. So I think this gave it this was a farmer's daughter. I got it at My Sister Knits. That's what I picked up when we went last time. Mm-hmm. Something to go with this. I knew I wanted this. So anyway, I do love it. It's so pretty. I'm not a fan of really thick, bulky
That's good
vests or anything, but yeah, this is good, and it's so fast. Yeah, it's cool. I love it. Mm-hmm. I'm gonna need to take it off though, because it's very hot. It's very warm. So those are my finished objects. Do you have anything else finished? Mm-mm. So what we can do, now we're just in plain white clothes. My sister's straight from the winery, so she get with her book club. She went for the book club.
And you wonder why I don't come on the knitting podcast.
Oh, and I did my little Hello Friend vest in my Delightful Works bag that I think I showed you. This Susan from Delightful Works. I bought that bag from her.
I bought one too.
Yeah, so cute. Yeah, very cute. And my kittens are out, by the way. They're not supposed to be really out, but they move as a pack. Mm-hmm. So we've been gradually just standing here with them like for 15 minutes, 20 minutes. They do everything as a pack. So they literally they just stay. It's the most interesting thing. I wouldn't leave them out by themselves, but they're good. Yeah, they're here. Okay. They're in company. Okay, so want to start on your trip and tell them a little bit about what you did so that we can show how you bought out
Europe
of yarn.
So my husband and I have been married for 40 years this year, which is just kind of breaks my brain if I think about it. Happy to report we're still married after our vacation. And we did a cruise of the British Isles, so we stopped at lots of places and looked for yarn in every location, as knitters do. And he's been married long enough to realize that resistance is futile.
That's what you do.
He just goes along with it now. So the first place that I bought us yarn would have, I think, been Dublin. So we went to the Guinness factory, which is probably
before or after
the
yarn. Oh,
which is probably not a good place to go before buying yarn. But we had a tour there, and so I went to This is Knit, and we had followed her on Instagram for a while.
What's her name?
Lisa, I want to say.
And she has a sister, and they have a brand new podcast called
Sisters in Stitches.
Sisters in Stitches.
And one of them is the dyer of Townhouse Yarns.
And one's the shop owner.
One is the shop owner and teacher and
Yeah.
knitter. And so I bought us some yarn there.
And this is silk, 55% merino and 45% silk. It's so soft. And she's FaceTiming me from Dublin.
What color?
Here's the wall. Pick one. Hurry, Larry's getting crazy. Pick a yarn. So I picked this color, and there was one left, so I got that.
And then I thought, hold yours up. So then I got this one because I thought, well, we can share this middle one, and it would go with both of them. So whatever we make, we can make half and half.
Yeah, so it's cool because we're supporting the sisters.
Yeah. And then I bought these little minis that were really cute.
Cute packaging. We're sucker for cute packaging.
We are. Marketing is like, you will buy it if it's marketed right. And I bought these fun little, and I bought us, where's your knit bag? Oh, right here.
These cute knitting bags that say, this is knit.
Mm-hmm. And I bought these fun little doodle cards. If you've ever heard of the Destination Doodle cards, they are
those are cool.
Little graphs of things for each one. And
so this is, sorry.
That's okay.
This is one she got at My Sister Knits here in Fort Collins. And you've seen these doodle packs. This one is the winter doodle pack. So they have, if you don't know what this is, it's a it's a pattern block that you can
graft into.
Yeah, you can just graft into your
socks or
scarf, yoke.
If you look on This Is Knit, she has these cards where she has done a cowl with all of these little pictures on them, and they're so cute. It's just reminiscent of your trip. Has a Guinness jar, a harp. On the Irish one, a pot of gold. The Paris one has an Eiffel Tower. The London one has a corgi and a little phone booth.
Yeah, let's show these. These are so cute. So this is the Paris one. You should open those and see. We can see what they are. This is the London one. You can see the. Well, we'll do. This is our unpackaging. Is that what it's called? Oh, it doesn't show them really.
No, it just has.
Oh, I thought it showed. I thought it had a picture. Never mind.
The cover.
The cover really has them. So it has. This one has hot cocoa, a crown, fish and chips, a corgi.
This one has a croissant, a baguette, an eclair, wine from France. So they're just fun, and I just thought, it would help me to remember my trip.
And we got little bags, these bags from This Is Knit.
Mm-hmm.
So if you're watching, sisters, here are the sisters from Colorado, and we're happy with our goods.
Oh, and I sent you pictures. You can insert a picture
of the shop.
Yeah.
And we got lots of little, she got me lots of little,
it's
like
a little
stitch
row counter.
Row counter.
And it's cute because it has coffee and books and yarn, which is me.
And then little pots of gold stitch markers and Irish stitch markers, yarn and sheep, and rainbow with the pot of gold.
As you can see, I can only buy if there's 2 of everything.
So that was a good haul for her first stop. I was very proud of her. She went to that shop and I made out. I'm like, don't get me anything, just enjoy your trip. Nope.
I told Julie I'd like to say that when I travel, I like to read about the area because I like history. And so if you've never read Edward Rutherford, you need to look at him. We both love him. And these were the Irish books I read. And it's just they're historical fiction, but they're very well researched, and it starts at the beginning of time basically and moves you through, and
it's historical fiction, but it stays with one family
or a couple of families.
Yeah, through time. Like London by Edward Rutherford was my favorite. It was so good.
Sarum's about the Stonehenge and Russia. And so anyway, they were very good. And when we were taking the taxi after the Guinness factory to the yarn store, I was chatting with the Uber driver about Irish history, and he was so impressed that I knew all of this stuff about Irish history, and it was all from these books. So
yeah, and then I got, well, as you know, we both collect tea towels, so I got tea towels.
Tea towel tours.
Yeah, so I got Northern Ireland, which is so cool. I will show you my tea towel as I get to the right location. Did you go to Wales first?
I can't remember.
I think you went to Wales.
After.
Oh, okay. No yarn shops in Wales, though.
No.
Okay. So Wales, that was Dublin.
That was the silks.
Oh, I have that to bring down.
Yeah.
I got a silk scarf from Wales.
Yeah.
Okay. And then you went to Ullapool.
Ullapool,
in
which
Scotland.
is in Scotland. And from there we did. You have yours.
And I had been there with my husband, because my husband, I remember we backpacked through Scotland, and Ullapool was a cool place. We camped right on the cliff in our tent and went into the town.
It's a neat little fishing village.
Where and had a beer. And this is where, at the time, there weren't, I looked for yarn shops. I couldn't find yarn shops then, but she found them.
It's new. It was new.
So it was this yarn shop.
Yeah.
What's it called?
Maybe.
The Burnlin Yarn Shop? Berlin. I'm sure we're not saying it.
Bierlin?
From Seafaring Sheep. And we got...
That one went with that.
Yeah, this cool hat, which I'm going to make this pattern with this yarn. This is the yarn.
We
It's
both
cool.
like green, so they had two greens, and so yay.
It's called the Marm hat. So anyway,
And then they just happened to have two of these.
yeah, the Laxtons is a really cool story of a Yorkshire-based yarn mill, and that from the turn of the century, I think, and then it almost went bankrupt, and the son brought it back. There's a really cool story of Laxtons on the fruity knitting. She went there and interviewed him. It was a really, really cool story. So I've always wanted some, but this is 100% luxury Scottish merino.
It's so soft.
Yeah. So how cool, from the Scottish sheep.
Yeah.
And this is also Scottish sheep.
That
isn't
was
it?
from.
Sheep bred on from the Outer Hebrides.
That was.
That's
wonderful.
cool. Yeah, she did good, don't you think? I'm like, need to go on vacation more often. I can hold down the fort. Just go get me some really cool
Oh yeah,
yarn
I
bomb.
brought that smells so good. This was from Orkney. No, Shetland. Yeah, this was from Shetland, and it is just hand balm, but it's rosemary, eucalyptus, and lavender.
Smells
and
good.
talk about smell good. Oh my goodness, it's so herby. I love it.
And I got,
And they had only two.
this is Edinburgh, right? Okay.
So now you gotta do Wales.
Oh, my Wales tea towel. Yeah. But remember, you guys know that I love Lynn of Callan Yarn. She lives in Wales. She's from Cardiff. So hey Lynn, here is my Welsh tea towel. And where is Cardiff? Can you see
I
that?
think it's up here, isn't it? Cardiff's at the top. This is where Duncan went to school.
Yeah, my husband,
Cardiff.
Cardiff's down here. My husband went to college
Swansea.
in Swansea, so near there. So anyway, at the bottom.
Yeah.
Yay, so this was a cool one.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, then you went to Edinburgh.
Yes, then around the top to Edinburgh, and they're known for their wool.
The plaid.
Yeah. So
Tartan.
I grabbed two, my colors and my sister's,
Yep, this is my scarf.
which could actually be interchangeable at any point, but
Yeah.
we like them both. But they're so soft.
Really soft.
And then I had a good cry because
There are mom's colors too.
and she loved this light wool.
And she liked the wool
Loved
scarves,
it.
and these two colors are both her. So,
Yeah.
yep, she's
Could have done that.
always there for us.
You never lose that connection, thankfully.
Yeah.
Thankfully.
Okay, and
Then, here's your Scotland.
my Edinburgh tea towel.
Oh,
Did I get more than you?
No.
Okay.
But there was only one of this, and I knew you'd appreciate
Yeah,
it.
it has cats in kilts.
My sister went to school in Scotland for a semester, and I've always joked, if there's a man in a kilt,
And the accent. My husband's a little offended by that because he's English. And I'm like, wow, that Scottish accent, I don't know, it's so good. So he can do a Scottish accent.
and he looks like he could be Scottish.
Yeah.
Duncan.
Here.
You forgot
Oh, yeah.
England.
And, this was England. This was your first stop, London.
Mm-hmm. And this just made me think of my sister.
Keep calm and push on. Never calm. Okay, so that is that it? Oh no, then she went to Bergen.
Yes.
That's where they flew out of.
yes.
And
I
I forgot my little needles.
went to the knit store on a very rainy, cold Norwegian day. Walked all over looking for the knit store and ended up here and bought. It's nothing really that special. It's very soft, but it's my color, and so I wanted something to remind me, to make a pair of socks to remind me of my trip.
I think it's pretty. This yarn shop was my favorite yarn shop in Bergen. And I messed up my video so bad that you didn't get to see it when I was uploading it. But this means strike-a-licky means happy knitting. That's what that means. Strick-knitting? I don't know. In Norway, you're going to be laughing at me. I don't know how to say it. But it's the cutest shop, and the daughter owns it, and the mom works there with her. But they had this really cool notions table as well, and I found...
She was like, go to this notions table, and they have little cups, and get to...
And send me a picture.
And these colors.
Yeah, it's the little... They're like that anodized aluminum, and they have the little teeny curved tip. I love using these because you don't have to go in like this. You just pick it up like this. So I love these. So they're only $1. I said, get me 10.
Thank goodness for FaceTime, because again, I'm like, okay, here's a picture of my husband standing out in the rain waiting for me. So pick.
Yeah. So that was a cute shop, though. I would go there again. If you ever go to Bergen, it's right off the harbor. Cutest shop.
Oh, we forgot the sweaters in Shetland.
Oh, and she went to Shetland.
Yes.
Before Bergen.
Yes.
Okay. So
We messed that order up, but
yeah,
it's okay.
This is a trip I should have been there on. Too.
So when this was really what we set out for of anything. We were like, this is what we want from your trip. If you're going to Shetland, you have to get a Shetland sweater. I mean, you just have to. That's just it. And the bad thing is we were there on a Sunday. So I was in full panic that nothing was going to be open in this darling little wonderful town that you'll only go once in your life.
Lyric.
Yeah.
It's if you watch the
Shetland
series, it's the Lyric.
Yeah. And my sister's going to wants a sweater from there, and I'm going to fail on my task as the oldest sister. That is big for us to be responsible. But the Lord shined down upon us, and I was able to, we drove into this little town, and they literally opened for our tour bus to come in, and they were waving at us, and so I was very excited. And
So I got this.
I brought my sister one.
The Shetland Woolen Company. So this is mine.
This is mine, same, just a different color.
Yeah.
And then, of course, I had to get two because I'll never be there again, probably.
That's a pretty combination.
Yeah, I liked it. I couldn't decide, so I just bought both of them. My husband's like, "You're buying two?" Yes, I am. So
that our haul?
That's my trip, I think.
Yeah, what a trip. How cool.
Of a lifetime, really.
And because they were on a cruise, there wasn't a problem with luggage and hauling it around, and you just take it back and deposit it right back on that boat.
Yeah, you have to be married to an Italian for 40 years to do that, so.
Just teasing. Okay.
Oh
no.
Oh, goodness.
Oh no. That scared him. Yeah, my kitten just ran into the door. Someone's car alarm went off and he was scared. But I have the door open, he just didn't see. Aww. Where are you going? Sargy. Shoot. Okay.
coming up on the needles.
Yeah, well, I have a few more things that I bought. I bought this from Knitty McPurley.
And I bought the same color
that
I already had.
Yeah, not this color.
Because I'm a sucker for
She bought this color,
sale.
thinking that she didn't have it, and she already has it. Right after we ordered, but whatever.
Yeah.
Okay, so I'm gonna put these two together. This is Fingering and Mohair, and this is Fontaine. I have wanted this color for so long, and I have a couple ideas of what I might make with it.
It's kind of a neat color because it's not pink and it's not purple.
It's tonal too. It has this deep purple.
Yeah.
Which is really cool. So
and a light. Look at that one.
I know.
The light.
It's really pretty.
Deep and a light.
So I was thinking these two, either one of these two. This is the Broom by Andrea Mowry. I thought this would be a really pretty in that purple, purpley plummy. I don't know what it is. Fuchsia. I don't know what it is. Or this one, the Mycroft. So I will. That's kind of something I'm looking to do for sure. And the next thing I was thinking, I have a couple other things that I have on the wish list, and I want to make maybe this throw over. Is it called throw over? Again, Andrea Mowry. Now she used Spin Cycle, but when I was in Norway, I bought this yarn as a base color, and I have some of this, which is like this periwinkle, cloud blue, more periwinkle, would you say? And I have some of this. So I could do this sweater with the gray, the blue in the center, and then the two top stripes in the white. So I kind of think I'm going to do that. And remember the Swticheroo worksheet. It's changed everything. You don't have to have the right gauge. You can make the gauge work and choose the size and needle size to make whatever you want. So that's changed my life. So that's kind of cool. So that's what I have, I think, up next. And I need to start a pair of socks. I just want an easy pair that I can just have working. And then I'm also working on this. This was a sister joint purchase from my sister Knits. And I'm
Talk about nice yarn.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
So this is the Bonnie and Clyde. So you can make 2 scarves with 2 balls of yarn. So we decided to each buy a ball
and make the opposite.
Yeah. And I'm really struggling because I can't get my count right, but we picked these 2 colors. And this is where I am. And I was going to show you something funny. So we went to dinner last night at the golf club up here next to us. And I got this out to see what's wrong. When I left it on the floor, I have 4 kittens. So I came down. And they were having the best time.
They ate through it?
Just one piece.
Oh.
They released it from here. Or did they? No, I guess not. Yes, they did. And then so that's all. But I figured it can be
Lessons learned.
I thought, are you kidding me? They were having the best time. All scooting as a little pack chasing this little yarn, and the ball was flying all over the place. It was so cute. It's the first real disaster, and it was my fault. I literally left it out of the bag on the floor. How silly. I went upstairs to do something. So that's one thing I'm working on, but I don't know why I can't get my count right. I've started over twice. I can't figure it out what I'm doing wrong. I have a lot. I want to make some Norwegian mitts with this. This is the Laxtons yarn I got last year. And this is from Christine in Norway, my friend who took me around Oslo, met me in Oslo, and she bought me this yarn at one of the yarn shops, and I just want to use it. So that's I have one more thing, but I have to talk about something else first. So why don't you talk about what you have?
Okay. First of all, I bought this book at my sister Knits. I was really glad that she had it because I was curious about it, because who doesn't have scrap yarn, right? Every project we make, and so it's kind of a neat one in that.
What do you have marked?
Just the beginning of. It's in sections, so this is scarves, shawls, and cowls, and then it has sweaters and different things to do with bits, and so I was really intrigued by it, and I was really glad to buy that.
That's
So
cool.
I thought I'd show that. And then my next major project after the silk summer sweater is I'm going to make the field sweater by Camilla Vad. And you've all seen it, where it has the little like wheat almost design on top.
I'll put all of these in the bundle so that you can look at them all.
And I had purchased this yarn from Greenwood Fiber at Estes Park
Wool Festival.
In magenta, again my signature color, and I thought it would be really pretty in that, and it's very nice. It's superwash merino cashmere silk. So that's what's up next for me.
And socks, you probably have socks going. Oh, those socks.
Yeah.
You already have those socks going. Yay, well that's a lot. I know it seems excessive. We have a lot of yarn. We do not need to buy any more yarn. But when we say it, we go buy it, so we can't say it anymore. I want to talk about something super cool that I discovered. And let me just grab my little basket of goodies.
Oh, you know what I wanted to say real quick? Julie and I had been talking because I had finally organized my yarn a bit. And I told her, I said, my problem is that I like to put them in baggies like this with the pattern that I had purchased the yarn intending to make. And then I put it away and clear my space, and then promptly go buy a new project with the new yarn and put it in a baggie and put it in. So how does anybody have a great idea for not knitting the most recent purchase? For remembering that you have what you have that you bought? And I know that sounds like very much a first world problem, but it's just, I would like to have a better way of doing it. I thought about like stacking them in order like this and taking the next one on top. I don't know, it may be a losing battle, but I just wondered if somebody had a better idea.
So I was watching, I was on Instagram. Shocking. And I saw something come up, and they were playing with these color cards. Now you all know the color wheel, which I have a color wheel, which talks about complementary colors and split complementary and monochromatic and triad, and but I don't use it because it's hard to bend and see what you have. Well, I found something that's called Palette Scout. I'm not getting paid for this, I promise. It's by Zoliie. It's called Palette Scout, and I'll put a link as well. But basically, it's all the color cards. It's all the colors in the color wheel on cards. So you can see that. And they actually have really good demonstrations on the Instagram, so look for them on Instagram. But basically, let's say you have a yarn, like this is, let's say you have this yarn, and you want to find something to go with it. Which one's the closest? That one?
Maybe on the other side.
Yeah, that one. And they have it that you can pick paint and all kinds of things with it. So you find the shade that's closest, and they have different saturations and tones. So this ocean, the 3 is supposed to be the truest color. And then it just different tones and saturations for the 1 color. And you can see how they have that on there. Then you turn it around and look at what they put with it. So a complementary color they have as flame. So I kind of found a flame. Now my sister's not color challenged. I'm color challenged. I will sit and look at something forever and think, does that even go? Will that even look good? And I am amazed at people's sweaters when they look so good. So this is a complementary color. And look how great that looks.
Definitely.
That is amazing. That looks so pretty. And then they had a monochromatic color. And there's a card for each one of these. And I found the monochromatic color. And look how good that looks. So that was the monochromatic color, the second one on there. And then an analogous color, which I had a green ball. Pretty.
And this one.
And this one, yeah. And the blue. Which that looks so
all
good.
All those together.
Yeah. And then they had a split complementary, which I thought was this one, this one, and this one.
That's great.
I mean, look at that. And I'm like, oh my gosh. I mean, it's amazing. And then what was the triadic? I didn't bring a hot pink. Oh, I did. Yeah. This one, and this one. Is that the coolest? And I would never think about putting those together, but they look good together. These look amazing together.
For color work, it's really nice.
So I was so excited when I got this. Now, like a fool, I sent that to the owner of My Sister Knits, the local yarn shop, Julie, and I'm like, Julie, you gotta check this out. I'll put a link to the YouTube channel or page that I watched that shows you how to use these. I said, you need to check these out. And she's like, oh, I have them in my shop. And I'm like, oh my gosh, I'm so embarrassed I ordered it. Because you know me, I like to try and buy from a local yarn shop. So I told her, I said, order some more. I didn't tell her. She ordered 20 more of these. So you can, if you live local in Fort Collins, Loveland, Northern Colorado, she has these in her shop. You can go pick them up. Or I will put the link if you live someplace else in the United States and you can order them. It's $30. But it changed me. It changed how I will be able to do.
Well, look how many
color
there
work.
are.
I know. It's every color, and each card is two-sided. So basically, this whole basket is what goes with the teal that I had. This entire basket.
Some combination.
Yeah. So I thought that was the coolest thing. I was so excited. I was frustrated at first because I got it and I'm like, I don't even know how to do this. It was crazy. So I looked up a YouTube demonstration.
You email them and ask?
After I watched the YouTube thing, I'm like, this is the best thing ever. And I emailed them, and anyway, so that was really cool. So again, Palette Scout, Zoliie, I'll put the link in. I wanted to tell you guys that watched my video episode 4 of plant dyeing, and I talked about dyeing with rabbit brush. It's
everywhere.
Ready. It's everywhere. And if you didn't know what you were looking for, you thought, how have I not seen this before? It's everywhere, and it's just about ready. There are some mounds, so I will put a picture of one that's not ready right now, and some that are ready. Here's what it looks like as a mound, far away, and here's what they look like up close. So if you live in Utah, New Mexico, Colorado, Wyoming, different elevations will be getting ready to have this. But I had one viewer that said you shouldn't be picking it. Have you asked permission? And I'm like, do you have any idea how much there is? And it's like coming over the roads.
Yeah.
I mean, it's like you can pull your car over and just like it's coming over every fence.
And the person would probably be grateful that you're picking it.
But it smells like honey, and the bees are all over it. So there's so much of it. You could never cut it down ever. If all of us went and cut it, you could never cut it down. It's everywhere, and it's really beautiful. And remember, you have to use iron mordant to get the olive color, which I'll put up a picture of that, and use citric acid to get the chartreuse color, the bright yellow. And as far as I know, it's not toxic. And also marigolds are just about to be ready too. So check out episode 4 of my plant dyeing, and there are a lot of great resources and books on what to use to mordant them. You have to mordant everything. And
what does mordant do?
It stays the color. Well, like in the instance of citric acid, it didn't change the color. It was just yellow because the blooms are like bright sunflower yellow. But in the case of the iron mordant, it just before your eyes morphed into this dark, beautiful olive. It's like, it's like this color. That's what color iron mordant makes it. And I've made vests, a sweater. It has not faded, so it's good. Some things weren't as steadfast. I couldn't get the onion skin to be steadfast. They say it is. I probably wasn't doing it right. But anyway, it's time. So look around your garden. I'm about to pick my second batch of indigo. I talked about that a couple episodes ago. And I'm really excited. I dried the first batch. I'll dry the second batch and cut the plant way down and try and bring it in because it won't winter here. And so I wanted to tell you, this yarn I bought a couple years ago, and it's the raw wool company, that Zoliie wool from, where's this from? Undyed British Zworbles.
In Cornwall.
Yeah, in Cornwall, and it's that curly sheep. And I thought, I really want to make this, and I want to make that Isabel Kramer. Can't pronounce the name. And so I thought, what should I put with it?
Wensleydale
and Zworble. Obviously, white would be really pretty and contrasty, but I thought,
oh my gosh,
Julie, you are
that pink you just had,
or this, because it's just small with these together.
Yep.
Wouldn't they be pretty?
This.
Oh, I just need one color. These together, yeah. So I'm going to use my palette here, and I guess any color goes with this. Blue would go, pink, white. So I want to make that sweater too. I have, who knows, my goodness, let's see, that's 3 sweaters and 2 pairs of mittens.
And 6 cats.
And 6 cats. I have 6 cats. Did I mention that? But here's the funny thing about my cats. So I had gotten from Gia at work these, when I adopted the last trio, I got these little tacos, and they were filled with catnip, and I was going to go online and buy some more, and she's not selling. So I look at the picture and say I can make that, which I can. So here's my little tacos. I have street tacos, and I have big tacos. And so I filled it with catnip and filler, and then I made the little stuff, and they do like to play with those. And here's a couple pictures of my kittens playing with their tacos. And they go in our office at night and sleep, and we shut the door because that's how we started with them, to keep them safe, and now they just run in there at night and sleep. Well, I left the taco out. My big Annie. This is what's left of my big taco. My big cat Annie thought that was the best gift ever. So I told my husband.
Oh, poor Annie.
I know. She was so excited to have something new. I need to, before these get ruined, I'm going to go get some heavier something, felt or wool or something, wool felt, and sew them so that they can have their tacos. I made 6 tacos, and there's only... Well, because this was the original taco. This was the original taco. And
no, it wasn't a taco. It was a fortune cookie.
No, this was a taco. Oh, this is a fortune cookie. Oh, yeah. I thought it was a taco. I got tacos and fortune cookies, I guess. Anyway, but my cats loved that, and I thought, oh gosh. So that is my kittens. They are so cute. I talk about them. They've been so easy. They are not naughty. They are so sweet. They're like a little pack of locusts. They play together. They eat together. When one's missing, they do a little yip, yip, and the other 3 come, and then they start moving as a little pack again. So they're out here playing and sleeping somewhere. Yeah, we haven't kept track of them the whole time we're doing this, but I see them running around. So it's pretty safe during the day here. We'd never let them out without us out here, though, or the early morning or late morning. We have hawks, and they are still, although they're huge now, they're still too small. And it was so funny because Bronte, the little gray one, caught a grasshopper this morning and brought it in, and I was very glad because the grasshoppers have been eating my garden. So I'm like, you can have it, just take it. And she played with it for a long time. So I probably have a grasshopper leg someplace inside, which is probably gross. You guys, I think that's it. I hope you were excited to meet my sister finally, and maybe she'll make a guest appearance again. We just have to send her on another vacation.
A yarn journey.
And she'll come back. Thank you very much for watching. Thank you for subscribing. I have something really special for my 7,000 subscriber giveaway, which I'm only 400 away from that. That's amazing to me, because I'm always like, she's the knitter, she's the excellent knitter, I'm a winger. So I'm not really sure why everyone's watching. But we have a good time together, and I've made a lot of friends, and I'm so grateful for you all. Until next time.